think we got a couple of these last year that really propelled us down the stretch. You know, we were down 15-17 to Wisconsin at home, came back and won in overtime. So just knowing that we can do it, especially after, you know, what happened at the end of regulation, the way that we came together in overtime. And, you know, it was really player-led, the way that we were talking to each other. And, you know, coaches put us in good spots. And but the way that we stayed together, the five of us on the floor and the guys on the bench, was really what pushed us over the edge. And I hope we know that we can build on that and, you know, keep moving forward. You know, just getting into the flow of the game. You know, at Wisconsin, didn't get many looks, but I was really proud of the way that, you know, I rebounded and did some good things. So I just kind of built on that, and, you know, felt like everybody thought the world was ending, you know, when we lost to Wisconsin. But everyone in that locker room, you know, as a team, we stayed connected, and that's why I'm so proud of everybody. Because, you know, you look at the outside world, I think everyone pretty much gave up on us. So, you know, the leadership, the veterans that we have in our room, I'm proud of everybody, and you know, I'm glad we're doing it for each other. I think it was just getting back to being myself. At halftime, I was pretty upset. Went in and, you know, acted like I was going to the bathroom. I just went back and read some Bible verses, read some notes to myself, and you know, once I saw one go in, just felt like myself again, and I was kind of at peace. And got a roll off the top of the backboard. Seems like every shot this year's kind of rimmed out. So then from there, I knew I was going.
Yeah, you know, that was a big challenge, you know, especially early in this Big Ten season, you know, down 15 at home, you know we got to get these home wins. So just coming out with more energy out of that timeout was good as bad.
How do you feel, though? I mean,
good that we won. My body hurts a little bit, but I'm good. That's crazy. I mean, Payton was going crazy in the second half, so we just kind of kept feeding him. I mean, and then in overtime, I kind of got the ball in my hands a little bit more, and he also just took over, so it was great.
Well, you know, like I said, the way they played defense, those two guys were going to have to be big, and they were. You know, the same thing happened last year. I think we made 16 last year against them. You know, they make it really hard on you to drive the ball from the wing to get into the post, so you got to move it, and recognize, am I open to shoot a three, or can I drive the closeout, which is what we did. But they made him. He was exhausted. I mean, you know, he played as hard as he could every possession at both ends of the floor, and made phenomenal decisions, made big shots, made big plays. I mean, he was really, really special. And what did he play? 44 minutes, almost 45. So you know, steals, assists, rebounds. That's who he is. To get him going, you know. So we tried to run some stuff for him, but the way they play defense, it has to happen naturally. You got to move it. You got to push it in transition. He got some there. We did run some stuff for him, so we got some stuff there. But for the most part, you know, we just got to move it, and find him and understand, like, we're trying to get it to him. Yeah, you know, the only thing close to it that I've seen, you know, Utah had 30 in the first half at Iowa State a couple years ago, more than a couple years ago. But you know, he made big shots in the second half that just changed everything.
You know, a lot of good things happened when we built that 15-point lead, and obviously after that, it wasn't very pretty. Give Iowa credit; they kept fighting, they kept swinging, they kept clawing, and that's certainly what that team's capable of doing. They got a lot of weapons out there, and you know, Dix and Sandfort, when they get it going, they're hard to shut off. And you know, I thought we lost them in transition. That was the disappointing thing to me. We missed some shots at the rim in the paint that we had made when we built that lead. And then coming back down, we just didn't have that same urgency that we had to have. And when I was in transition, they're as lethal as anybody in the country. So, you know, take your hat off to Iowa. They kept fighting, did a great job down the stretch. And, you know, it's going to be a painful learning lesson for our team. We're going to bounce back. It's going to be a tough film session when we get back to Lincoln, but we got to grow. We got to find a way to finish off games like this and play complete 40-minute games if you want to win in this league. You know, free throw shooting has been a strength of our group. I think we were 25 of 29 against UCLA. You do a better job, you know, of that. Maybe you win this game in regulation. But you know, it's you know, when Sandfort hit the one that hit the rim and bounced up, hit the top, and bounced in, it's usually not a good sign. But again, those guys do a great job. They're just absolutely phenomenal offensively, and again, take your hat off. Credit to Iowa.